Christmas time is here. Christmas time is here. I don't know. It's Christmas. I have a Santa hat. I just don't know where I put it. So, Jingle Bell necklace will do, I guess, for this month. But yeah. So, I'm going to make a statement that could either gain me friends or piss off everyone that I know. So, let's do this. I like Home Alone 3. There. I said it. Oh, the big old divide. The big old hate divide that people have. Oh, but Home Alone 3 is the worst. It's not... It doesn't have robbers. This one has terrorists. It has all these things. Macaulay Culkin's not in it. Okay. Whatever. Like, yeah, we all know the Macaulay Culkin-less sequels are not good. But out of all of them, the one I can stand watching and the one that I have fun watching is Home Alone 3. And it's the one that started the whole hate train. This one was hated when it came out, and this one is still hated to this day, I swear. But there, I said it. I have a blast with Home Alone 3. I love this one. I don't know if this is going to gain me friends, or if this is going to lose me friends. Wow, it sounded like Mr. Krabs there. I don't know if it's going to gain me friends or lose me friends. Hey there, Squidward! So yeah, there. This is a sequel that came out in 1997. About, I think Home Alone 2 came out in 92, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5 years after Home Alone 2. Or 5 years after Home Alone 2 Lost in New York. Get the title right, Gabriel. And after they did Home Alone 2, Macaulay Culkin did not want to do a third film. And I think he said a different reason, but if I'm being honest, it's because of the whole Kit Culkin situation, and with his dad. If you don't know the whole details, go research it on your own. It's a fun little rabbit hole to dig into. Because I'm not talking about that in this video, no way in hell. And Macaulay Culkin didn't want to do a Home Alone 3. He had done the first two films. It's because of that they had to figure out how they wanted to continue the Home Alone brand. So they're like, why not have a new kid in the third film? So they decided to cast a new kid. And this time they decided to make the plot a little bit different. And that is, in this film, the kid who is played by Alex D. Linz, in this one, the kid's name is also Alex. So, sorry, I'm sorry. I just woken up. How I have this much energy when I just woken up, I have no idea. But anyways, and so Alex has the chicken pox. And so Alex has the chicken pox, and he's sick with the chicken pox. And his mom is stuck with work. His mom is swamped with work. She has to always check into her work just to do stuff. And her dad, and Alex's dad, his dad, is, like, he has to go, I think, travel for his work as well. So because of that, the parents say, you know what, let's just have him home alone, for a few hours a day this week. Just so that way we can deal with our work, and he can stay at home from school while he's sick. So, this one's a little bit different. In the first two, they forget about Kevin. So, essentially, the first two movies are about child abuse, if you want to go that far. And then this one, they actually mean for him to be home alone. So, that's sort of a little difference in this. And then we get the biggest bombshell ever. Then we meet these terrorists. Yep, right. It's like me trying to explain season 9 of Roseanne to people, with seasons 1 to 8 just being just normal 90s sitcom, and then season 9 it's just Fantasyland. I have to do season 9 of Roseanne as week-to-week episodes. I swear that season's just bonkers for sitcom. Anyway, so we meet these terrorists who have this chip. It's a missile chip. And this missile chip is undetectable by radar scanners. It cannot be detected by radar scanners. So because of that, they hide the missile chip into a toy car and put it into a bag. But the bag gets misplaced by Alex's neighbor. So the terrorists think, you know what, we have to go to Chicago. We have to find that chip and whatnot. All the while, these terrorists are wanted. They're like wanted by the FBI or some shit. So these terrorists have to go to Chicago and try to retrieve the missile chip. And guess what? The neighbor sees the toy car. By the way, the missile chip is hidden inside the toy car. So, like, to the neighbor, just looks like a regular old toy car. So the neighbor sees the toy car, and she's like, this isn't my luggage. And then she just gives the car to Alex. And then, of course, you know the drill. The terrorist tries to break into his house, try and retrieve the chip, and he sets a whole bunch of traps to try and stop them. I think the reason why I personally enjoy this film is the sole reason why people hate the living fuck out of this film. And that is because it is so vastly different. The first two, it's literally just your typical, we're robbers and we want to steal your house. We want to steal precious items in your house. We want to steal items. Nah. Here it's like, they are terrorists who are trying to retrieve a missile chip that could literally nuke a nation. That's the fucking difference. So, yeah, and I just love that they had the balls to just be like, fuck it, let's do something different this time, and I love it. I know this movie, like, and a lot of people hate it because of that, and me personally, I'm like, I kinda love it. Now, by all means, hate on Home Alones 4, 5, and Home Sweet Home Alone. Please, hate those. I love this one. I love this one. I feel like I am like the only one who legit loves this film. And I feel bad. Like, yeah. The only Home Alone films I can actually watch every Christmas are 1, 2, and 3. 4, 5, and 6, I have to be in a mood for those. I have to be in a right mood for those. But yeah, and I also saw that Macaulay Culkin is wanting to do a Legacy sequel and come back as Kevin. Which, please, make that happen. I think they're even going to try and get Daniel Stern and Joe Pesci to return, too, as Harry and Marv. Which, yes. I'm just wondering what's going to happen with that. So, I'm curious on that. But, man, I love this movie. This is, like, it's so different. And, like, and I think another thing I noticed, too, that could have maybe potentially been the reason why people hate this. In the original film, I noticed that the family was smart and the bad guys were dumb. Here, it's swapped. So the family is dumb and the bad guys are smart. How? Well, they're terrorists. The terrorists are terrorists. Their plans are like Ocean's level of smart. There's like their plan, how they execute stuff. It just reminds me of like the Ocean's films. You know, like Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12, Ocean's 13, Ocean's 8. Those kind of films. It reminds me how they execute their plans. Reminds me a lot like that. And because of that, they're smart like that. Maybe 1 or 2 of them are dumb, but almost all of them are smart. They know what the fuck they're doing. And then you have the family, which there's a scene where Alex and his dad were talking. Both of them were talking. And Dad was trying to make sure he has everything for his flight. By the way, the dad does not have pants on. He's just in his underwear. And Alex is like, Dad, you got your keys? Dad goes, yeah. You got your wallet? Yeah, it's in my pockets. Where are your pockets? Oh, fuck. And it's like, it's to the point where Catherine O'Hara, this character, who literally forgot her own kid, is looking at you like, damn, I know I forgot my own kid, but I ain't that fucking dumb. Well, Catherine O'Hara's looking at you like, I know I forgot my own child, but I ain't that fucking dumb. Like, gosh. And like, there's another scene too where, the mom is talking to the officer, and the officer, who, by the way, is played by Neil Flynn, who is amazing. I know him. He's great as the janitor in Scrubs. One of my comfort shows. Anyways, so the mom is talking to him, and the police officer's like, do you know that police officers is a serious thing? Like, calling a police officer is serious. Like, because this was when Alex was calling the police after he saw the terrorists. But, you know, the terrorists are smart. They get in... They don't get caught while in the house. So, because of that, the police officers are like, there's no robbers in this house. What are you talking about, kid? And so they're like talking to the kid and like, do you know that it is serious when you call the police and say that there's something happening you have to be serious about it. And then the mom's like, oh, I know, he knows it's serious. There was one time where he got a police officer kit for Christmas, and he he arrested people, but not for real crimes, just for fake crimes, for like, not flushing the toilet or blah 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 blah. Like, at that point, you just realize, okay, shit, the mom is just so fucking ditzy. The mom is one ditzy bitch. But yeah, and it's and oh yeah, and by the way, this was also Scarlett Johansson's feature film debut too. This was her feature film debut. She was Alex's older sister in this. And there's one line that she says in this movie that I just kind of have to snicker at and be like, and that is, it's at the end of the movie when Alex has caught the terrorist, and the terrorist, the terrorist gets arrested. And it's at the end of the film where the police arrest them, and Scarlett Johansson's character, she goes to Alex and says, "I can't believe it, bud. You're a hero." I'm like, you will soon be one too. I'm like thinking about Black Widow. I'm like, you're gonna be one too. So, yeah. But, yeah, it's, yeah. And then, but, it's, I don't know. I have a blast with this movie. I'm probably the only one on Minority here who actually legit likes this film. I love it because it's so different. For this one, they literally said, you know what? All bets are off. Let's do terrorists in this film and not robbers. Let's just do something different. And I love it. I love that they went to go all out and do something different with this, because yeah, it doesn't have to me, like, it doesn't have to be the same, even it doesn't have to be the same. I feel like with every Home Alone films, you could do something obviously family appropriate, because these are family films, that isn't just robbers. I feel like you could do something new and inventive with what they do. Because I feel like at this point, robberies have sort of been a cliche in these films. But yeah, so. But yeah, I'm probably the only one on Minority here. I'm probably the only one who legit likes this film. But you know what? Oh well. So yeah. So that has been my first Christmas review of this month. I'm gonna try and get to the others soon. I don't know. I'll try to, but we'll see. What are your thoughts on Home Alone 3? Do you like this movie? Are you just like me where you like it, or are you like are you one of those people who despises it by all means, or are you one of those people who's sort of like in the middle? Are you like, I like that it's different, but not my cup of tea? Let me know down in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time.